Today I'm making a mushroom soup. So I'm just going to grab a couple of leeks out of the leek patch here to put into the soup. Yes, they're not as big as store-bought leeks, but they are way more delicious. I'm also going to get a bit of rosemary off this rosemary bush. This is just amazing. Just how fast it grows and how much you get. It's an amazing herb. Nothing like a bit of fresh thyme as well. Okay, let's have a look at the ingredients. We've got shiitake mushrooms, 2 large onions, a lime, some thyme, the 2 leeks from the garden, Worcester sauce, organic coconut cream and organic coconut milk. Don't forget the rosemary. So we're just going to peel this garlic, and then we're going to take the onions and just chop these into halves, slice them a little bit so they can go into the chopper. And we'll chop these up fine as possible with your blade, and we'll just put those aside into what we're using here, an Indian curry dish, which is really good for this. Finally, chop all the mushrooms as well, and then chop the leeks into chunks because we want to fry these up separately. Okay, so we're juicing the lime, stripping the thyme and the rosemary, and then chopping this up quite finely. Now in the pan we'll have about 25 grams of butter, teaspoon of cayenne pepper, teaspoon of chili flakes, and a couple of tablespoons of coconut oil, and a couple of tablespoons of Worcester sauce going in there. Now we want to simmer this down for about probably 10 minutes until it starts sticking to the bottom of the pan. So it's browned up really nicely. That really gives you the flavour of the soup. Then we've got the mushrooms, throw those in, and we'll just stir this together so that the mushrooms are nicely coated with the onion base. Because this is a completely homemade soup, no stock, nothing out of a packet. So this is a great way I like to cook. So we'll mix those through thoroughly, and then we'll put in our coconut cream. So you notice this coconut cream is very thick. It's really good quality organic coconut cream, which I highly recommend. And then we'll add some coconut milk. This will just give us the opportunity to make the soup without really adding any water. And you'll find if you've got watery coconut cream, that'll be watery enough as it is. But yeah, you may need to add a little bit of water to get this to the right consistency. So we've added our herbs in there and our Worcester sauce. Now we just want to really combine this and let it simmer down. And a good slow cook is a good idea. So 20 to 30 minutes, just really let this simmer down slowly, and you'll get a nice flavoursome soup out of it. Absolutely delicious. And also I'm just using a bit of a stick blender here just to puree a little bit to get a little bit more thickness out of it. This takes some of the mushroom chunks out of it. Now what I'm doing here is just frying the leeks separately. So we'll just fry these in a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of butter and get those nice and crispy because they're really nice to go with the soup. So as you serve it, and by the way, you should get enough for about 3 or 4 servings, good sized servings out of this recipe. So there you go, enjoy. You may need a little bit of yogurt swirl over the top if you're sensitive to the spiciness, but this is absolutely delicious.